Hey, have you considered how to improve your life? I'm going to give you 4 steps to improve the quality of your life. Many individuals are discouraged, frustrated, angry, bitter. I'm going to show you from the Bible, Proverbs chapter 5, verse 12, 4 steps to make a quality, positive change for your life. Inner life as well as external. So, Proverbs chapter 5, verse 12 says, "And you say, how I hated instruction, and my heart disdainfully rejected rebuke." In other words, what the Bible is saying, number 1, is hate is real and it's wrong. So, oh, how I hated instruction. There's a part of life that we all have to embrace, and that is number 2, instruction. Many individuals reject instruction, and according to the Bible, they hate instruction. I'm suggesting to you, if you want to improve your life, don't hate, number 1, and don't hate instruction. So, number 1, to say it positively, be kind to those who teach you and welcome their wisdom. The Bible is simply saying you can go through life upset and unwilling to receive instruction. Every person needs to grow. Every person needs to develop. It doesn't matter at what level of skill or wisdom you have, you can go to the next level. And the way you get to the next level is by kindness, not hate. By love, not bitterness or resentment. If you're locked into resentment or anger or bitterness, you'll find yourself rejecting wisdom from others. The verse goes on to say, "And my heart disdainfully rejected rebuke." I'm going to suggest the third way to improve your life is to welcome rebuke. Don't reject rebuke. Instruction is kind of a general to the entire class. Instruction, a teacher's teaching, everybody receives the same instruction, explanation. But rebuke is more personal. If you're unable to take personal correction, you're going to struggle improving your life. But if you can take personal correction, a rebuke, you're on your way to a better life. Now, notice the progression here. The first step to improve your life is be kind. Be kind to people who are wiser than you. Your mentors. Be kind to your teachers. Be kind to people who offer you instruction. Don't hate. Welcome their instruction. In other words, work on your attitude. Kindness is an inside voice. It's an inside choice. It's an inside feeling. Someone's trying to teach you. Someone's trying to help you. Someone's trying to guide you, explain to you how to do something better. And there's this attitude that sometimes it's called a chip on the shoulder. I'm encouraging you, be kind to people smarter than you. Be kind to people who are older than you. Be kind to people who are wiser. Don't hate people who are smarter than you. If there's someone in authority, show respect, not hate. Notice instruction here is the idea of a teacher teaching a group of students, explaining, illustrating, problem solving. Welcome, general instruction. And then notice the third step to improve your life is welcome, personal correction. Don't reject when you do something wrong, when you make a mistake. Don't reject personal rebuke from anyone. If you're wrong and somebody corrects you, don't reject, don't hate. I'm encouraging you to welcome it. The more that you can welcome instruction, teaching, the wiser you're going to be. Notice the next verse in Proverbs chapter 5, verse 12. It says, I did not listen to the voice of my teachers. I did not incline my ear to my instructors. And then verse 14 says, I was almost in total ruin in the midst of my life and the people around me. I'm suggesting the fourth way to improve your life is listen. Verse 13, Proverbs 5:13 says, I did not listen to the voice of my teachers. Can I encourage you? Listening, being a great listener. Let me say it another way. Paying attention. Focus on the people who are wiser, people who are teaching you. Focus on what they are saying. It says, I did not listen to the voice. Focus on the words of the teacher. If you want to improve your life, you're going to have to get smarter, wiser. You're going to have to be a better listener. It's interesting, the progression here is do away with hate, welcome instruction, and welcome personal rebuke. And now number 4 is listen to the voice of your teachers. Incline is the idea of leaning in. Not just pay attention, but give extra attention to people who are smarter, wiser than you. Why go through life being bitter? Why go through life with a chip on your shoulder? Why go through life punchy, irritable, cranky? Don't be hateful. Don't be mean-spirited. Welcome the opportunity to grow when there's instruction around you. There's 1,000 ways to receive instruction. In today's world, you can receive it on videos online, podcasts where you watch videos and you absorb with your eyes, and then podcasts you're watching and listening with your ears. You can attend seminars. You can take classes and enroll in different seminars, different classes. You can get involved in a small group. There's many ways to receive instruction. You can pick up a book. You can electronically go online and pull up an article. You can read. Instruction is that ability to hear what someone else is saying and be humble enough, to be quiet enough, to be willing to absorb new information. Now, when you get to the idea of rebuke, you have to put yourself in situations where you're asking someone or you're willing to have someone correct you. So you go from getting rid of the attitude, hate, to welcoming general instruction and going a step further, teach me, coach me, rebuke me, correct me personally. And all of this occurs because of step 4. You're willing to listen to the voice of your instructors, your teachers, your mentors. I'm recommending, based on Proverbs chapter 5, verse 12 to 13, 4 ways to improve the quality of your life. I met yesterday with a young man who basically has several significant skills and abilities. He's quite capable verbally, relationally, but he lives with this idea of rejection. He fears people are going to say no, or people are going to walk away, or people are going to not like him. And he's developed an attitude that prevents instruction. It prevents rebuke. The good thing about this young man is he was willing to make an appointment and ask for personal feedback. I'm encouraging you, if you want to grow, if you want to develop and improve your marriage, improve your attitude, improve your job opportunities, grow in your character, find personal mentors. Find individuals that you can sit down and say, hey, I'm frustrated. Explain your frustration, what's bothering you, and then ask for feedback. Usually, if you're honest and transparent, you'll give enough information so someone a little bit wiser than you can give you instruction, can give you rebuke. But you have to be willing to be teachable. Many leaders in the 21st century have been identified as having one common quality that sets them apart, that makes them more effective, better as leaders. And that one quality is adaptability, flexibility. If you go through your life highly isolated, unwilling to bend, unwilling to be flexible, you're not just stubborn, but you're bullish. You hate instruction. You don't like criticism, rebuke. You're going to struggle listening. Don't jump to conclusions. When in dialogue, listen. Just simply hear the words. Probably it's better to not hear tone. Many individuals struggle with Not just the words people say, but the tone of their message. Can I suggest to you, don't get hung up on tone. Listen to the words. A lot of individuals read body language, and that body language trips them up because they could not listen to the instructions. You can improve the quality of your life. I gave this young man a book to read called Tell Yourself the Truth. He had developed self-deception, got caught up in living and reacting to lies that he was telling himself. He was basically self-deceived, frauding himself. He's on a journey of trying to receive instruction and not be bitter, not be hateful. He's trying to receive personal instruction and rebuke. And I noticed in the hour and a half that I spent with him, the longer we were together, the better he was listening to what I would say. He was leaning in. These two verses, Proverbs chapter 12, verse 12 and 13, remind you, if you want to avoid ruin, which is what Proverbs 5:14 says, you have to be willing, don't hate. You have to be willing to listen to your teachers, accept personal criticism, listen to the words of the teacher. Don't get hung up on tone or the delivery of the message. Be teachable, be adaptive. Let me give you some practical suggestions. Number one, smile. Smile does not reflect hate. A frown, a face, a flash of anger or resentment, that feels like hate. But smile. Any day, every day, no matter who you're with, just smile. Don't hate. Let me give you another practical suggestion. Number two, be teachable. Be teachable. That's what these verses are saying. Have an attitude of a student. Be a lifelong learner. Study well as the teacher teaches you, as people around you give instruction. Be a student. Number three, ask questions with a smile. As a respectful student, ask questions. It doesn't mean that the teacher's always right, but asking questions can help clarify things in your own mind. I'm going to suggest to you not only ask questions, but listen well as instruction is being given to you. Many individuals go through life and they're fighting. They're fighting their bosses. They're fighting coworkers. Can I encourage you? Smile. Be teachable. Be adaptable. Be flexible. Listen well. Ask questions. Be patient. Often we find ourselves caught up in triangulation. That's a conflict with myself and person B. And then we find ourselves, good morning, we find ourselves now taking that conflict with person B over, it just kind of spills over into person C. And there's a triangle going on. My conflict becomes your conflict, becomes their conflict. Don't let hate, Don't let bitterness, don't let anger mess up the opportunities to improve your life. Life is difficult. Life is challenging. You can improve the quality of your life by listening well, asking questions, be willing to accept personal correction, and then make sure that the words that come out of the mouth of your teachers, your mentors, that you're focused on the words more importantly than the tone or the delivery of the words. Let me give you one more practical suggestion. Take time to grow. Be a learner. Good morning. Be willing to improve. Be willing to develop. Be willing to stretch. Most of us are going through life and we're not growing. We're like on a plateau. We're just kind of leveled off. Grow. Be teachable. No hate. Be kind. Receive instruction. Be willing to take personal correction. As you guide your life, develop, go to the next level. Be willing to say, I'm not satisfied where I'm at right now. I want to keep growing. This is Walk and Talk 188. It's November 30th. 4 steps to improve your life. Number 1, no hate, be kind. Number 2, welcome general instruction in life as a student in a classroom or wherever you're at. Welcome from the people that are smarter than you. And then number 3, personal correction. Be willing to accept personal rebuke. And number 4, listen to the words of your mentors, your teachers. This is from Proverbs chapter 5, verses 12, 13, and 14. Avoid ruin. Avoid devastation. Avoid the plateaus. Avoid the garbage dump. Move toward the higher ground. We want to invite you to worship with us this coming Sunday. 8 o'clock, 9:30, 11, and 6 p.m. First Baptist Church, Tempe, Arizona, 4525 South McClintock. We want to encourage you to be willing to set time aside, develop, grow. It is amazing how easy it is to become lazy. Every person needs to stretch. Every person needs to develop a skill, develop a talent, and spiritually walk with God. Our worship services at 8 o'clock, 9:30, 11, and 6 p.m. We also have small group Bible studies. We invite you to join us. We're moving into Christmas. And can I give you an instruction? It's more blessed to give than to receive. If you want to get rid of the hate, be a giver. Bless others. Don't expect a blessing back. Don't expect a gift back. Just bless others. And remember, smile. One of the greatest ways to improve your life is to enjoy life. Smile. This is